Welcome back to Riff Arcade Halloween. Today I'll be playing Castlevania number 1. Going back to where it all started. Bloop. There's Simon.
Oh, look at him.
Hello? Trick or treat! Yeah! Da-da-da-da!
Yeah, such good music. What was that?
Oh, it was the whip upgrade.
The whip.
So, like, now I have the Morning Star, and then I get this one. Oh, it disappeared right as I touched it. Oh, well. We'll get another upgrade later. And the knife.
Get the knife.
But have you ever seen the original Castlevania?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
Nice.
I mean, on emulators and stuff. Whoop. Zombies.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell straight away where a lot of, like, Symphony of the Night and the newer Castlevanias got their influence from.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Got the watch.
Yeah. I'll tell you what time it is, Dracula. It's 2:45. No curses.
It's 5 past.
You
Kill you o'clock. Yeah.
You see those sweet reflexes against that Black Panther? Oh.
This is such a good music.
It really is.
For the NES too, like, man.
Yeah.
Zombies. Why the hearts though? Like, why the hearts make you like hearts for items? That just never made sense to me.
I'm not sure. My guess is that was just like in this era of gaming, people understood what heart meant. Like heart was good, so like that's just what they went with.
Because you think heart would be
It's
health,
like,
but
yeah. Oh,
what's that?
it's just like a kill everything on screen. It's like a bomb.
Nah.
It's like even I know you're familiar with Symphony of the Night.
Well, that came for you.
Yep. Like even the first area of Symphony of the Night is this area. Oh, hey, wall chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yum, 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 yum.
What the heck are you talking about?
So speaking of Halloween and yummy things, Butts, where do you stand on candy corn? Let's go ahead and end our friendship straight away. How do you feel about candy corn?
I don't want a lot of it, but a couple pieces here and there is okay. I'm just like, I like candy corn the same way that I like, well, I can't really think of anything else. So I'm just a couple pieces that I'm like, all right, I'm good. Like I don't want it to not exist. I'm just like, a little bit's all right, and I'm good. And we're moving on.
All right. Yeah, actually, I like candy corn. I could sit and eat a lot of it.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Good. Like, go for it. I'm just kind of like a handful, and then I'm fine.
But I know, like, a large portion of our audience probably just threw up a little bit in their mouths when I said that.
Probably.
Because there's some people who are just like, throw it in the trash.
I don't remember where or what flavor, but at one point in my life, I found a different flavor of candy corn. It might have been s'mores flavor, but there's another flavor I've had that I was like, oh, this is good. Like, I could eat a lot of this, and I never did, and I never found it again. Oh, a bat.
Bats!
So, like, if you get the right flavor for me, I'll take it, but usually I'm just like, yeah, a couple pieces and I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah.
My wife really, really likes those mallow cream ones, the ones that are like shaped like pumpkins.
Uh-huh.
She likes those a lot.
Okay. I don't like those as much, but as you said, to each their own.
Yeah, I don't begrudge people for liking candy corn.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
And that's it. So in the meantime, I killed a giant bat.
That's it. You did, yeah. Was that Dracula?
Cool.
Oh.
The cross. It's coming back. It's even the boomerang cross came along early in Castlevania life.
Woo! Whoop, bat.
So that actually reminds me, on a Zelda episode a little while back, you and I had a conversation about gooey sticky candy. like fruit roll-ups and gushers and that kind of thing.
Yes.
And I remembered telling you I wasn't that big a fan of them. Oh no. Oh, good.
Bad job, man.
Okay. Anyway. But I remembered that I actually have a story as to why, or at least
We've got trauma.
that might help explain why. And it actually kind of has a Halloween-y twist. So I wanted to tell this story during a Halloween episode. And that was the Medusa heads. Oh, these guys. I hate them so much. Anyway.
Yes.
So it was back during elementary school. Let me set the stage for you.
Yeah. All my troubles go to that, man.
It was during the elementary school like Olympics. I don't know if every school had that, but it was like towards the end of the year when it was time for some fun. And so like it was like the elementary school Olympics with like the egg toss and like the jump rope and contest and like all that kind of stuff. It's just silly stuff. But during the festivities, I bought myself a pack of Airheads, and at the time, like Airheads was the jam. Everyone was eating Airheads, and
God, those are so sweet.
But and it was actually my very first pack that I'd ever tried because everyone was eating them, and I was like, oh, you gotta do an Airhead. So I was like, all right, I'll buy a pack and try it out. So during the festivities, I buy a pack of Airheads, and wall chicken.
Delicious.
That staple of video games, wall chicken. So I take the first bite of Airheads, pop it into my mouth. And as I'm chewing on it, like I bite into something hard. And like I know Airheads isn't supposed to have hard stuff in it. So I'm immediately like, oh, there was like a factory defect or like, cause like it wasn't even crunchy. It was like, it felt like a rock, like I was chewing on a rock. So I was like, okay, there's something wrong with this piece. So I spat it out and basically just said like, I don't think I'm going to do Airheads anymore. Like that immediately like put a bad taste in my mouth, no pun intended. So I spat it out, threw it in the grass behind me and didn't look back. And then let me focus for a second. These will instantly kill me. Yep.
Wow.
Woo! Anyway, a few minutes later, hang on, let me focus again. Okay. Oh, I can't even, as they're going up? Ugh, happy Halloween.
How many lives do you get?
I think I have 2 left now.
Yeah, I remember Airheads were for a little while.
Okay. So a few minutes later, I kind of ran my tongue across my teeth, and I noticed something was different. And what I noticed was I was missing one of my back teeth. So what had happened was, chewing on this Airhead had removed one of my baby teeth from my mouth that I hadn't even noticed. And I was chewing on my own tooth. And I spat it out and threw it in the grass behind me in the Airheads. So, this was back when, I was dealing with the tooth fairy a lot more. That's what I'll say. That's how I'll put it for this episode, just in case.
Dealing with it.
You know, back when you have your
Struggling
teeth
with
and
the
you're
tooth
still
fairy.
dealing with the tooth fairy, your baby teeth. So, so I was like, oh no, I gotta go back and find that tooth.
Yeah,
So,
put money on the table.
yeah. So cut to me like rummaging through this field where the elementary school Olympics were going on, like trying to find my chewed up piece of Airheads to get my tooth out of it. And I found it too.
Oh, you fighting Medusa
All
here?
right. Oh boy. Yep. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. No. Oh. Okay, I have one more life.
It's those, yeah. Those pistons, man.
I know. This will mess me up. Oh. Whoop. Whoop. And okay, we're gonna do that level again.
Yeah, that's horrifying. Just to be like, oh, it's my tooth. Yeah.
So that's my horrifying. My horrifying candy story, yeah.
Did you ever find the tooth? Were you like, all right, money? Or was it like...
I did. I found it.
Oh, good. Okay.
That bad boy went right under the pillow. Got my...
I would have...
What, 50 cents? $1?
Yeah, I would have thought you would have been like, hey, this is making me money. I just got me a tooth. I'm eating all the airheads.
Yeah.
Eating me all the money.
Yeah. But nope, after that, like, I swore off airheads because I bit into something hard, and then when I realized it was a part of my own body, I said, you know what? I'm just going to call this a traumatic childhood experience and move on.
I don't think I have any stories like I don't have that. That never happened to me. The closest thing I've got is that there was a candy called Cowtails that me and my brother discovered. And one time we went on a family trip, and mom and dad were like, all right, you guys pick out some candy for the road. And we had just found out what Cowtails were, and me and my brother were like, oh, heck yeah. And that's all we bought. It was just like 8 or 9 giant Cowtails and a bunch of mini Cowtails, and just everything was Cowtails. And so we're driving down the road, and we're eating them, yeah, the first, half hour, we're like, this is great. And then later we're like, oh, okay, Cowtails. And slowly over that one trip, we got sick of them because that's all we had to snack on. And so now I'm like, I never want to see an empty Cowtail again. Can't even look at it without being like,
I love the imagery of just you and your brother sitting in the back of the car like, Cowtails, Cowtails, yeah!
Yeah, we're like, this is so good, oh man! And then by your third one, you're like, all right, yeah, all right. And but you have nothing to do in the car, so you're just like, all right, I'm gonna eat. And by your fifth one, you're like, oh, this was a bad call.
Ooh.
I'm bored. Eat a snack. I'm like, no, please, no more snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You do not like Cowtails.
Yep, even these guys are already in the very first Castlevania.
Yep.
The Tower Skulls.
Keep an eye on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna start playing this Enter the Gungeon till I finish this level at least. Make sure I finish.
I have not had good Enter the Gungeon luck lately. It's not been my couple weeks.
Still been hacking at it, huh?
Yeah, I just haven't been good hacks.
All right, here we go.
Elite hack scores. Right, punch. Ooh, no, that was cheap. Use the cross.
Come on. Yeah.
There you go.
Butts with the clutch tips.
Well, just like Enter the Gungeon too, I always forget about items. It's like, oh dang it, I could have used an item there.
Right. You realize you die with a full weapon. Whoa!
Yeah, like, oh, I had the lodestone? Dadgummit. Wow. How many levels are there?
I don't know, 7 or 8. That's a good little chunk of game. It's not... There's the flea men.
Oh, I hate the flea guys. Especially in Symphony of the Night, they don't do anything. They just jump around, just taunting you. Like, man, can't catch me.
Yeah.
I was to remind me of Danny DeVito. I don't know why.
There's the skeleton. I've got a bone to pick with you. This is another song I really like from this game.
I'm trying to think of bone puns.
I can break out my joke book.
Yeah.
Hey, bird, you come to me. We're in a precarious position. There we go. Like, nah, I know where this is going.
Play defense on that bird.
Nope. Yeah, you get a... Ha-ha!
Yeah, that's right. Well, that money's... What's going on with that money? Oh. Like, Josh, that money's blinking. Money doesn't know.
No!
Oh! He had the last laugh. Tickle my funny bone!
Get this goose out of the way. Alright, flea man. Yeah!
Like, what lore is the flea man from? And what
It's a good
creepy
question.
story is the Flea Band? He's a band that jumps like a flea.
Don't count out the flea, man.
It's like an X-File or something.
I don't know.
Did you ever watch
Did you
X-Files?
watch? Okay.
I
I
never watched
didn't. Not
X-Files.
really. Andrea loved it though. My wife watched it all the time. When it was that time to watch it.
Yeah.
Get away, ghost.
All I remember is
No.
our English teacher in 10th grade postponed a test because she was like, when I originally scheduled this test, I didn't realize that the season finale of X-Files was the next day, and I want to watch that, so I don't want to grade papers and do
Oh.
that, so we're going to postpone the test till next week. And I was like, okay.
There we
Nah,
go.
no skeleton.
That's awesome. All right, now we're cruising along. So what I was gonna ask was, did you watch Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark when you were a kid?
I watched both because it was like, there's nothing on TV. I'm going to watch this, but my loyalty is Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Nice.
I
I'm
really
glad
like
you
Are
said that, because the reason I brought it up is they this is gonna date the episode, but they kicked it off last night. Like they kicked off a miniseries last night as a kind of a redux of it.
Yeah.
And it was actually really good.
Oh, okay.
Because like the plot twist. Uh-oh.
He's a wall chicken.
I wish I had some wall chicken. Because the plot twist was like they finished telling the story for the Midnight Society, and but now that the story's over, like the next day, the story the girl tells starts coming true. So it's like, whoa.
Whoa! Creepy. Uh-oh, is this the boss?
It looks like it. It looks like, oh, Woodman. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna go back here and see if there's like anything on the wall.
No,
Dang it. All right.
I liked Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because that was our Friday routine. It was like me and my brother, we'd watch whatever the Nickelodeon thing was called. We'd watch all
Yeah.
that.
Snick.
Yeah, Space Cases, and then all that, and then we tried not to watch
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy because I was so
dead.
weird. I didn't like it. And then we came back for Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Nice. It actually took me like a year to actually start watching Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because I was actually too scared to watch it when it first started coming on, and then I finally built up the confidence. It was
Speaking of Goosebumps, did you ever read the Goosebumps books?
I did.
Yeah,
Almost
I read a
religiously.
lot of them. I'm a very slow
those.
reader, so it would take me a really long time to read them, but I did. I read a lot of them and liked them.
I see.
I'm still a slow
Yeah.
reader, but like yeah. Because my friends would be like, "Hey, I just finished this Goosebumps book," and they're like, "Weren't you working on that like 2 weeks ago?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Good Lord, I read those in like 2 hours." I'm like, "Well, I don't, so
Oh.
back off." I'm just really slow at reading.
Well, I read them slow back in the day. Ah, jeez.
I mean, I can probably read them faster
Whoa.
now, but Medusa
Yeah.
heads, God.
Yep. Combined with the skull towers.
Like
Oh, it's a mummy!
It's a mummy.
Night of the Living Mummy. Goosebumps. All right. Anyway. Oh. All right. Are they background? Is this one real? Oh, it's the boss. Ah, I see. Can I just like... Oh boy. This is not going well.
Ruh-roh.
Welp.
Mummy's gonna get you.
If the rhythm doesn't get me first. All right. Yeah, what I always liked about or remember about Goosebumps was they actually there was a Goosebumps book that actually had the twist at the end of The Sixth Sense before The Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah, like My Neighbor's a Ghost.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was it. Yeah, or the ghost
Yeah, 'cause it
next
was
door
like-
or something like that.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
like you oh god, I died in this fire that everyone keeps talking about. Yeah.
Yep. Spoiler alerts for a 14-year-old
Yeah.
Goosebumps book. Or more than that, way more than that. Anyway. There's the spooky castle that doesn't have any parallax scrolling, so it actually just looks like it's a very tiny castle right there in the foreground.
Ooh,
All
good
right,
dodge.
here we go.
Oh, good dodge.
Here we
Jumping,
go.
jump. Nope, and this game. Wow. This game is screw you in particular, Josh.
Whoa! All right. And we're back at the boss. Okay.
No, that wasn't bad.
What I need? We need some kind of strategy against these guys. I'm just gonna try to knife them.
I recommend screaming.
Come on, come on!
Ah.
All right, one more try. Well, my first strategy would be to stop getting hit by this crap. Oh my gosh. So I don't do well. I always choke. That's what Josh does. That's how Josh plays games, is he waits until it really matters and then plays horribly. Not unlike other sports teams we know.
Where's that? Aw. Aw, the Braves.
Riff Arcade is an Atlanta-based channel.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a bad weekend to be a Atlanta sports fan because the Braves lost and Georgia lost, and I'm like, I don't really care about Georgia losing. But
Yeah, for one thing, they're not
Talk about the Braves.
Atlanta-based. So does that bother you, Butts? Does it bother you when people root for a... Like, I get the Falcons. Like, if you live in Atlanta and you root for the Falcons, like, that's great. That's
yes,
what you're supposed to do. But, like, if you didn't go to UGA, do you think it's right for people to root for UGA?
I do. I think it's okay because for two reasons. One, because probably
Yeah,
they're not gonna. Their parents probably went to it or something, or like they watched it with their parents or something like that. So if it's like, oh yeah, every Saturday, me and my dad or my grandfather, we would watch UGA football. Okay, I get that. But also, I mean, if you think about it, before the Falcons and before the Braves got here, the highest sport you could achieve in the state of Georgia was UGA football. So, like, if you were like, okay, I don't want to root for the local high school team, I want to root for something a little more meaningful, then UGA was it. Like, you had to root for UGA because that was it. And technically, they are the University of Georgia. So even if you live in, like, Valdosta or, you know, Augusta or Macon or something, yeah, you could root for them. Now, I mean, I take a little bit of points away if you didn't go to UGA or no one in your family did, but I'm like, okay, you know, you're rooting for them because that's, for a while, that's the highest academic, the highest athletic level you could root for in the state. And then the Falcons came along, and then it's like, oh, okay, there you go. But
I gotcha.
it also depends on, like, the person. Like, I mean, I know people who did not go to UGA, and they will, like, stab you with a knife if you say something bad about UGA, and they've never been anywhere near Athens, Georgia. And I'm like, what do you... Calm down, chill out. Like, that's a little uncalled for. But I'm not going to take points away if you didn't go to UGA and root for them, but I'm just going to be like, I think people who did... I'll put it this way. People who did go to UGA get a little bit more of a pass for being fanatical about it, from me.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you went there, yeah.
Yeah, that's your school.
You have every right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we'll call that an episode. That bit went a little longer than I was expecting, so I just kept playing. But we'll end that episode there. As with all these Halloween games, let us know if you want to continue them, because we're just one-offing all of them for now, just to keep the season varied and festive. And until then, we'll see you next time right here on Riff Arcade.
I'm going to cheer for him. Keyboards, go, 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 go!